Right there with Drake May. Going to be Stafford or May. Head-to-head for MVP. Going end zone. Puka Nacua, and just like that, Los Angeles is on the board. Nacua with his third catch of the drive. It's a 14-yard touchdown.
The main cog in all of that's the MVP candidate quarterback.
Look out for Davante Adams down here. They give it to Puka Nacua, though, and Nacua breaks tackles and gets his second touchdown. Puka Nacua having himself one heck of a day. Here comes Hubbard, straight into the end zone for the Panther touchdown. Both teams trying to break through still. Young steps up, he's got room. Bryce Young tucks it, runs. Bryce Young, touchdown.
For these moments to run the ball between the tackles.
Chuba Hubbard, straight ahead, over the goal line, touchdown Carolina, Panthers lead.
A tough matchup, they get down there around the 5-yard line or closer, it becomes Davante Adams time.
Stafford has Williams, Kyron Williams puts the Rams back in front. As aggressive as Canales is, blitz comes, Young, corner of the end zone, Coker, a dime, a touchdown, a Panther lead.
Wild card weekend. Bryce Young takes a look out, one-on-one in the slot against the safety Cam Curl, and there was no doubt when Bryce Young caught that ball where he was going.
10 from the 19. Stafford going towards the end zone. Parkinson, what a catch, and a touchdown.
Catch the miss, high, outside, left foot, right foot. He is in. Tell you what, Kobe Parkinson, they paid him a lot of money. Originally drafted in Seattle. My last year in Seattle, he was one of our young tight ends, and I think everyone thought he was going to be good, but he has taken on a huge role in this Rams offense down the stretch, and this place is dead quiet.
3rd and 2. Fake it to him. Rolling, throwing, caught! And does he get into the end zone? He does. Christian Watson crosses the goal line for a touchdown. In the pocket. Open, caught, Reed, touchdown. Jaden Reed from 18 yards out. 3 receivers to the left. Love looked that way. Jacobs the back. Love throwing. Open, caught, Dobbs for the score. On the ground, Swift, can he get into the end zone? He can. Off a Loveland block. Loveland did it all in that drive. Touchdown, Chicago. From the 23, pass to the outside. Finding room here, Golden. Golden is inside the 10, and Golden will go into the end zone for the touchdown. So Matthew Golden, their #1 pick, who did not have a single touchdown during the regular season, picks an opportune time for number. In the pocket, fires, caught, touchdown! Olamide Zaccheaus into the end zone. They're in field goal range. They want to get 7. They can use the clock. Williams throwing, and it's caught for the touchdown by DJ Moore. Forget about the clock, just take the lead when you can.
Trevor's going to go up top, going to throw it, end zone, got a touchdown with Brian Thomas Jr. from Jacksonville, the first to find the end zone. Here he goes, Tony. You had the right call, and I think he broke the plane. It's a touchdown. Goal 6 yards away from the lead. Here's Lawrence. Zips it. End zone. Caught. Touchdown. Parker Washington.
But you knew the ball was going to stay in Josh's hands right there.
No question. 1st and 10. Takes the quick toss. Goes down the field. Kincaid has it for the touchdown. He's rolling right. Loves to throw it this way. Flicks it. ETN. He's in for the touchdown. And Jacksonville takes the lead again. On 1st and goal. He's shoved across. They'll go ahead and take the touchdown. As again, Reggie Gilliam rides right behind him. And the Bills are back in front with a minute to go.
2nd and goal. Couple of fakes. Purdy, quick throw. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown. Robinson again. And the 49ers strike first. 3rd and goal. They give it to Goddard on the sweep. Dallas Goddard's in. Touchdown. Philadelphia. Hurts on the keeper. Rolling, throwing, caught for the touchdown. Guess who? Dallas Goddard, another one. Sky Moore again, little trickery. Who's thrown it before. Going deep with McCaffrey. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers, but there's a flag. Wait. Hold on. Let's see what the flag is.
So much deception. Here ends up being your passer. Give it to Sky Moore on the jet sweep. And then I don't know why Blankenship comes out of coverage. He feels McCaffrey there, but he kind of goes to approach the running back, or excuse me, Jennings. And then who else? Christian McCaffrey.
3rd and goal. Purdy, pressure, steps up. Hard, touchdown San Francisco. It's McCaffrey. You see the Stevenson 128-yard total tonight. Play pass. Picked up on Henley. Twists him. Man's up. Henry's got it to the end zone. Touchdown New England against his old team in the playoffs.
And it's 2nd and 3. Fake toss. Wide open. Spinning catch. Kirk touchdown. Strong play and a good catch by Kirk. Ball a little behind him, and the Texans have their first lead of the night. 3rd down and 12. Rodgers, time runs out. Ball is out. It's picked up by the Texans and Sheldon Rankins. And he is in for a touchdown. Decisions to be made as they go forward. 1st down and goal, ball back outside the 10 as Marks has his first 100-yard game and takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
A lot of networks knocking on his door, that's for sure. And if he wants to continue to coach, if he's let go, there'll be a lot of suitors knocking on his door for that as well.
Here's an interception for good measure. It's picked off by Bullock. And Rodgers is in his way, trying to make the tackle. Can't. And it's a touchdown, Texans.
Davis is the running back. Pass. Open. Touchdown. Touchdown. Buffalo Bills. McCole Hardman. That's the same play that he scored the game winner in the Super Bowl in Las Vegas in overtime for the Kansas City Chiefs. They fake the handoff to Harvey. They will sidearm pass. It's wide open to the lineman we just mentioned. Crum comes in as an eligible receiver. He reports and he receives and he runs it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
I'd send someone right downfield if the safety's there to make the outcut.
On 2nd and 10, he's rolling, planting, going. Here's you go, Tony, to the end zone. They got it! What a call! It's Humphrey hauling it in for the Bronco touchdown.
Get the field goal position, but you have your opportunity, and guess who they're attacking? Savage on the backside. He overruns it. There's no reason to. Big-time route and throw by Humphrey and Nix. What a play call.
Humphrey. Kincaid on a wing, quick toss. It's Coleman, sidesteps the defender and slides in for the touchdown. Keon Coleman had a big catch last week at Jacksonville, and today he scores on a desperately needed drive for the Buffalo Bills.
There was a penalty, double clutch this, but this was no bigger play to extend and score. That is a touchdown, and boy, did he need that. That's why you stay in it all year mentally. You get in the doghouse a little bit, but you never know when your opportunity.
Here's Allen. Drop it back, throwing it to the end zone, and it is hauled in. Kincaid, just as he did a week ago, with the touchdown grab, and the Bills are a Prater extra point away from taking the lead.
Hasn't played a ton today. Now it's like go out there and save our season.
1st and 10.
They're going after him.
Going for the end zone, over the shoulder. Oh, Mims hauls it in. Once again, another right down to the wire, you got to think.
We've had a few thrillers in the divisional and AFC title game over the years. I mean, that throw, just dropping it in the bucket, keep the feet in, come to the ground with it. Mims is usually the gadget guy, obviously an exceptional returner, but the pressure under all this right now, this is just such high-level football in many ways.
Great throw by Nix, his 3rd touchdown.
And here we go. It's Rashid Shaheed. With the steam, Shaheed breaks through. Still going. A flag flies. Shaheed's going to take it all the way. Let's see if it stands. It's a 95-yard return if it holds to start the game. Second and goal. Fake. Darnold looking, firing, end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Leading receiver this year. What a throw by Darnold on the run. Only where he could put it, in front of Luter.
Here's Walker, cuts back. Kenneth Walker is in. Touchdown, Seahawks. On 1st down, Kenneth Walker again to the left. Sprinted through. Walker's got another. Touchdown, Seattle. Walker looking for the trifecta. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. They're going to throw. And complete. Douglas, touchdown, Patriots on 4th and 1. Here they come. Stroud. End zone. Kirk. Touchdown. In trouble. That ball is up for grabs. Picked off. Back the other way, Jones. He is in for the touchdown. Caleb on Chason had pressure. That ball was up for... May, end zone, the catch, the touchdown, Diggs. Anderson coming off the edge. May steps into it, takes a shot downfield, and caught for the touchdown, Kayshon Boutte. Wow.
Pretty amazing job. Great throw, outstanding catch by Kayshon Boutte. That's some of the things that we've seen from him throughout this season in what has been a breakout year. I mentioned Stingley was targeted just one time through the first 3 quarters, twice on this possession. He got called for the penalty, and then they take him deep for the touchdown.
Can't do it any better than number 9 did right there.
Second and goal, it's on the ground. Williams to the end zone for the touchdown. Kyron Williams patiently waits, finds the end zone to cap a 14-play drive, and the Rams are on the board first. Fourth and goal for the Bears. Williams, first look not there. Back in the end zone, DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. First and goal from the 5. Inside of 9 to go. Kyron Williams bouncing to the outside. Williams to the end zone. The Rams take the lead. Command in motion. Williams drifting, sprinting for space, in all kinds of trouble. Put it up for grabs in the end zone. Command! He got it for the touchdown. They've done it again. Unbelievable!
Playoffs, though.
Hey, what do we say?
On second and goal. Take the handoff, throw to the end zone. Wide open! Caught for a touchdown! Cortland Sutton and the Broncos strike. Second and 4. Taken off is May. Drake May to the end zone for the New England touchdown.
Walker gets it again. Tries to sprint to the edge. He's so fast. He gets there. Touchdown, Seattle. Stafford looking, floats one. Williams wide open and he scores. Touchdown, Rams.
When he runs his route, it's really hard for any defensive back to get a beat on what he's doing.
Darnold looking at him again. Some pressure though. Hit as he throws. Man open. Guess who? Smith and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle.
They get enough time in pass protection. Smith and Jigba in the backfield. They get enough time for him to kind of stand in the pocket. Wait for that to develop. He comes out. Cooper Kupp takes the underneath part of the coverage. And I just don't.
Darnold to throw. Back, hit, throws, end zone, caught! Touchdown! Jake Bobo! It's his 4th catch of the year.
The 12s are fired up. All the coverage was rotating to the right side of the field. Bobo with a little wiggle to the corner, back to the post.
They go 3 tight ends again here. Stafford looking to throw. Floats one end zone. Adams is in. Touchdown, LA. That is some answer.
He's made the most of his opportunity. Hasn't been perfect this year by any stretch, but they love that he's a real football player. He gets in there and relates to his offensive line. Done a great job.
Third down here over the middle. Cooper Kupp is in. Touchdown, Seahawks. Now we'll see if they can make him pay. Stafford, low going deep. Nakua's open. He has got it. Touchdown.
He goes right for him. Back to Woolen, who just got the penalty. Slight bobble. Unbelievable catch by Nakua and a great job by Stafford.
going right back to him. Here's the route. Just a little stutter at that move point, which is about 14 yards. That's where the intermediate passing takes place. So when you can just freeze the defensive back's foot, even the slightest bit, that's where you get the separation down the field. A costly penalty by Woolen, and then giving up the deep one-on-one with, of course, Puka Nacua.
The ruling on the field was a touchdown.
Wow.
That play is now under video review.
George Holani's the running back. Fake to him. Darnold to the end zone. Barner's got a touchdown.
There's not much you can do about it, right? You've got to play the run game here because they're in such an advantageous position. You see the heat coming on the play, but eventually the dam had to break. Play downfield.
Gain of 24, trying to find some tempo, trying to take a shot play. Downfield for Hollins, he's got it! Touchdown, New England!
He's hustling across the field, but then he's got to turn and try to make the play down the field, and you've got Matt Collins, who is not finished yet. Tremendous. So 2 completed passes, 2 plays we've seen from the Patriots time after time this year. And finally it shows up. They did get a substitution in there.
And they bring a pressure as well. And May got it knocked out as Witherspoon came under pressure. And Uchenna Nwosu is going the distance for a touchdown.
Same blitz, right? They're going to come here, they're going to go there, and here's the side, because as a quarterback, you have vision to that side, but he has not seen that blitz, and he hasn't had an answer for it. He did show a few answers, but you just have to sometimes tip your cap to the other team. They were physically tougher and stronger, and mentally they got the job done against us too.
Comes out and Nwosu comes up and gets it right out of the air. Well, Sam Darnold's the first USC quarterback to start a Super Bowl, and Nwosu, another Trojan, fights on to the end zone. It's been an uphill fight all night for the Patriots. K9, as he's known, Kenneth Walker welcomes the defense back as the dark side defense has been lights out. Might be looking for another coordinator as Kubiak takes this Raiders job as his recruit. May stepping up, throwing it out. Stevenson takes it off his shoe tops and scores a touchdown. Touchdown, Patriots. He caught it before it hit the ground.
And I think May thought that...
Wow, yeah, he got it.
I think May thought that he had made a mistake. He grabbed his helmet as soon as he threw it.
Yeah.
It's a touchdown. Watch May. He's like, oh, I can't believe I did that.